Wah! It's not Wednesday. I shouldn't wah if it's not Wednesday. It's just a fact of life. There should not be any wahing on non-Wednesdays for Ash. Yes, people can wah every single day. But every minute of every day. But better spell that correctly. The Dragon Hunter. Good morning, Scare, and good morning everybody else in the VOD. Those of you watching after I went live who couldn't catch it while it was live, that's totally fine. Today we're going to be making a HeroQuest video game. Before you get too alarmed, too worried, don't be concerned. Although I am using it's a very proprietary IP. I'm going all out, making a video game out of it. I'm not distributing it. This is a personal project only. I am going to make a version of this project that does not include the property of HeroQuest or any of the proprietary things that belong to that IP. It's going to be a very stripped down version, and you can play that version of the game or the current build of it. I'll put it on my Patreon. If you want to become a supporter of the channel, you can check it out. Why is my Discord still bleeping in the corner? Why? So I'm sharing this in places still. We got one more place here to share it. Social media promotion here, and we'll do that. And we'll just go ahead and close Discord. I don't need Discord open, so if you're attempting to contact me with Discord, I'm not going to be there. Don't do it. You can contact me right here in the channel. Scare, I like that you opened with a joke. A spell checker. That works for me. How is everybody doing? How are you doing? Those of you in the VOD. I hope you had a great day today. Whether it was at work or whatever. You've only got one more to go. Friday is tomorrow. And then, of course, if you're watching on Friday, hey, hang in there. It's almost the weekend. I have a variety of things here to do. One of which is make a thumbnail for this series in particular, because this is going to go on for a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this right here, this thumbnail. This thumbnail will do just fine. And I'm gonna dither the heck out of it. I'm gonna do that by lassoing everything except for the title. And we're gonna do that. Get in there. Oh no. There. Good enough. And then, oops. Crap. I gotta do it over again. No problem. This time we'll do it better. We're gonna select everything that's not part of the HeroQuest board. All the way around the image. There. We're gonna dither that. It's 8 pancakes for lunch. Good morning. Fine, sir. You just gifted a membership? I didn't even know you could do that. Thank you so much for your kind gifting. How does that work? Does somebody have to be... How does that work? I didn't know you could even do that on YouTube. I've seen it done on Twitch. I know you've got to be like watching the video. No idea. Congratulations on your silver shield, sir. That is an upper tier. But I need to know who got the membership. Was it Scare? Somebody should get a message. There should be a message that appears in the chat that's like, hey, congratulations to bleh. That you get a membership. Wonder how come that's not happening. Twitch does it. Come on, YouTube, get on the ball. Do the thing. We're going to or where is it? We need to pixelate this. Render, stylize, distort. distort. It's pixelates here, but I don't want to do that yet. I think it's quantize that I want to do first. And we can dither this bad boy, and we can reduce the colors. We can reduce. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks cool. Sorry, I'm nerding out here over nothing that's actually exciting. There we go. There we go. We have dithered. I like the reduction in colors a lot. Now we're going to pixelate. What is that? Noise, photo, stylize? No. Render, photo, noise, distort, pixelate. And whoop, pop, 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 pop. Right there. Cell size 2 kind of looks good, but then like cell size 3 drives the point home a little bit more. Cell size 4 is too much. It's not really too much. Then again, if I go major, yeah, because I guess the membership was gifted to somebody random. Well, shoot. Maybe somebody else is watching who's not participating in the chat. I can actually tell you guys who it was. I just have to go into my memberships, earn, because I'm curious myself. I still show 6 members, so maybe you gifted the membership to somebody who was already a member. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's not showing up yet. I'll have to get some education on this subject. Yeah, Twitch is much better about that stuff, it looks like. So I think I'll do this, because it's kind of easy to make out what this is. Yeah, maybe you just gave it to yourself. Yeah. Here you go, me. For you. Aw, you shouldn't have. I don't like it. I'm going to give it back to you. It's easy to tell what that is from a distance, and people are only going to see it from a distance. I'm seeing it very up close, so it's like, I don't like it. But I'm going to go ahead and add the Smile Game Builder logo on top of that real quick, because that's going to be hey, I made this using this signal. So we just copy that. Yes, I'm using paint.net. Paste that right into a new image. Do I want? That would be attractive. That would be attractive. Maybe just prominent. Maybe just prominent. Prominently here. Prominently here, because you can tell I've even got my own built-in little grid. 2 pixels and 2 pixels off. Pixel and a half. Let's do a pixel and a half off. There we go. You can still tell that this is me. And you can it looks just like me. And yeah, that's good. That's gonna be my. That's gonna be what I do. Making a video. Whoops. New layer, please. New layer. Text. Making a video game using. Let's center that text. Let's blow it up. 72 is way too big. Wow. How about 48? That's a lot better. Let's give it let's make it pink. Let's, why did they not have a modern video game? Easy, because they just acquired this property and they've got to focus on this revival of it. And they've got to focus their efforts on this stuff. Making a game is a completely different monster. Hasbro likely has a whole lot of different properties in the works for video games, right? There's constantly video games based on properties that Hasbro has in their board game or poster or action figure licensed forms. But a video game requires a different kind of license and a different kind of process and a different division to handle the analytics of whether the game is going to do well or sell or whatever. And if you play video games and you invest yourself in the news and the goings on with stuff like that, you know as well as I do that There's a lot of people in suits that make decisions that are very arbitrary on whether games will or won't sell and what they should have or should not have in them to sell, and they're very out of touch to what those things are. So I think that if we did have a video game and Avalon Hill themselves were acting as creative stewards, we could have something really, really nice. But if it was just a case of, okay, Hasbro's making the video game, not Avalon Hill, and they didn't pay respect to the property, then we would have something that was very poor. It would be a poor reflection. I don't trust, as you can tell, I don't trust just anybody to make a game on whatever. Even if it was just an electronic version of the board game, it would mean people could play with each other online. Absolutely. No, I definitely agree with that. Even if they just mimicked basically what Talisman is. Let's choose a more appropriate font. I've got one that I use a lot for my branding called Vox Round Semi-Bold. I like it a lot because it is clean. It is a bit digital looking. And I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna center that bad boy, give it a little bit of distance from the logo. It's pretty equidistant now from the logos. And that's pretty much it. We're going to duplicate that layer, and we're going to make the bottom layer offset, and we're going to go into the brightness and contrast and lower the contrast a lot and brightness. Yeah, that's fine. And now we've got kind of a purple shadow that we've given this text. That's good enough for me. There are other people who might make different decisions. I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and save this as and merge all these layers down and save it as a thumbnail. And now I have a nice, good... Also, your game is being played for free on Tabletop Simulator. You're just throwing away money. Oh, yeah, no. Absolutely. Well, I mean, in a sense, yeah. In a sense, it is. You definitely should have 2 people if you're going to do it that way. HeroQuest.vg.ping, that's going to be the thumbnail. We'll save that. And hopefully we can make out what the image is supposed to be in the background. Hopefully it doesn't look like some inappropriate softcore imagery. We're going to go ahead and close out of all of this stuff. Don't save any of it. Close that. Open up YouTube. Go to my dashboard while you guys get a nice look at Mortius here. She's a cutie. Nobody would blame ya. We're going to go into my content. Wah, Ribby! Good morning. Only you can wah today. I am not wahing. I wah'd at the beginning of the stream, and I realized very quickly that that was a mistake because I should not be wahing on a non-Wednesday. It doesn't alliterate. It's not right. It's not consistent with my brand. Okay, we're going to edit my video. We're just going to change this thumbnail. I know it's a waste of time for you guys to sit through this. I'm sorry. But we gotta do this. It's something I planned on doing before I did the first one, and I didn't do it. So we're gonna make this into a new playlist, and we're gonna call it HeroQuest Video Game. And we're gonna say done, save. Now the thumbnail will update. Very happy. I really feel like some of it is there to web to the minis. You must play with our minis. I mean, I don't mind playing with physical minis other than playing there's a lot of charm lost when you make the transition from tabletop to video game. Like Talisman, the video game's fun. It's a great way to learn Talisman so that when you sit down to actually play it, you can play it and not spend all day looking at rules. But would I rather have the tabletop experience? Yeah, absolutely. With my table, I would, yeah. What's the other? The other is Warhammer Quest. Would I rather play the video game? Actually, probably yes, due to the fact that I suck at the board game so bad. I suck at the video game too, but it is what it is. I love minis, but God, do they take up a lot of space. You see these two shelves behind me? The angle of the camera and the field of view of the camera do not do the size of those shelves justice. Those are two 36-inch wide shelves, so together they're 72 inches wide, and they're 72 inches tall. Actually, they're taller. They take up, I rebuilt them because they're adjustable and everything, so that there's a couple of extra shelves on one, and it reaches all the way up to the ceiling almost. And they're one of them is completely full of board games. Yeah, they do take up a lot of space. They take up a ton of space. Here we are. We are going to make the HeroQuest video game in perspective mode using Smile Game Builder. I'm not using blocking because I would rather be confined to limitations to help my creativity. Also, I could decide to do all kinds of flashy stuff in blocking with this project after I'm done, because the project could go ahead and translate over to that end of things. For now, I'm going to retain a lovely old school blocky look that hopefully doesn't bother anybody. And I've decided that it might have been a good idea to look just a little bit closer at the board. Somebody said the reason that my offset here existed was because the tiles in the upper left quadrant of the room were not precise. 4 or 5, and I think they were right. I think that I did an extra tile here instead of 4. So let me just let me grab my game board real quick and make sure that I got that right, or wrong rather. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Pancakes. Then 4, then 3. So yeah, I was thinking at first that it was the upper left rooms in the upper left quadrant, but it's not. It's the middle rooms. There's 5 tiles here instead of 4. So that is a screw up. That's a screw up. That's something we need to remediate right now. So we'll do that. It's going to be a huge pain, but better to go ahead and do it now. So bop 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 bop. Whoops, what the? Oh, I only raised them up 1. What did I do, you ask? I offset these rooms by accident. So that's not good. We're gonna have to color in and raise all of these, for the simple fact that I gotta offset this whole thing by 1 tile. And I gotta do the bottom as well. I gotta offset the whole thing over to the left. Somebody is gonna ask why I'm doing it this way instead of just like clicking and dragging. It's because I'm working with the map itself, the tiles on the map. It will not let me just click and drag and bring them over. It's a lot more painstaking than that, because I'm working with the actual bottom floor of the map itself, and because tiles are simply done this way in this game engine. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, that's for sure. That's for sure. Now, here's where I run into a second problem that would not have been caught, I think, by the kind person. It is the lower left quadrant that's going to give me problems now, because the issue is actually when I do this wall right here is going to move into the left as well. But this one will not, because the lower left quadrant is correctly portioned. So there will be 2 corridor spaces here. So actually, instead of fixing it that way, we're going to undo everything that I just did, except where I shortened these rooms. And we're just going to have a set of rooms that are separated by 2 spaces instead of 1. That's how I'm going to deal with that. Boom. Crisis averted. It's a little clunky. We'll help. We'll fix that up. I considered making my Haas game in SGB first, but 1 tile walls really bugged me. Yeah, and they have to be 1 tile. You can't make, for those of you who aren't familiar with the engine, who might be asking the right questions about it, you can't just put collision that's less than 1 tile. It's got to be 1 tile in every direction. It's got to be a block to give you collision. Otherwise, you'll pass right through it. I noticed you extended the time of the SGB jam. I did, and happily so, because there was really no point to ending it on a Friday when I work weekends and I can't play immediately after. So you'd have this period of time where time would just kind of freeze for the participants and for the judges, for me anyway. And I greedily, selfishly decided to extend it so that people have all weekend long, which is when they're likely to be the most productive anyway, to work on their games. And then I can play them Monday, the very first day of Judgment. So that's how that made sense to me. I don't need to have my headphones in or on. They'll just crush my ears. They'll just destroy my orifices. All right, we're going to rebuild a specific quest. We're going to do the trial. You need the time because you're not close to being done. I'm sorry you're not close to done. I hope that you submit whatever it is that you've got, whatever state it's in. I hope that you submit anyway, because you know I'll play it. You know I'll enjoy it. And you know I'm not going to worry about like parts of it that are unfinished or point that stuff out or anything, because I don't do that anyway. I drink without holding the handle of my mug. So that's how you know I'm not right in the head. Ugh. All right, I really like how this turned out because, oh, whoops. We got to fix that. Pop. We need the cobblestone. There we go. I'm okay with this. I'm seriously good with this. So let us begin. We're going to make the trial. The trial has a lot of different monsters. It actually has one of every monster in the game that's included, except for the Chaos Sorcerer, or the Dread Sorcerer in the new version. For those of anybody who might be interested in the lore of HeroQuest, it used to be owned and operated by Games Workshop and Milton Bradley, and the license to it kind of was in limbo. Chaosium had it for a little bit after they decided to stop production on it because they were dumb. Chaosium was like, let's make it part of our roleplay world, which did not take off. Nobody who was a fan of HeroQuest cared that they did that. And then in 2020, I believe, perhaps just a bit before, Hasbro got it. Avalon Hill was able to bring it back. They made a crowdfund campaign, and they were like, hey, we're going to rebuild this game. We're going to make it just like it was. It's going to be updated, though. We're going to have all the Games Workshop's properties removed, all of the stuff that they're still using for their board games today. And it was funded. It almost made $4 million. And we got our game back. And it's been a rip-roaring success ever since, which makes me very happy. Very, very happy and very proud of Avalon Hill. I think the property could not be in better hands unless they were in my own. Brian Hunsaker, welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping in. Slightly off topic. Did I miss your take on Rise of the Dread Moon? No, you did not. I will be releasing my video on that tomorrow. I actually uploaded it last night after doing the review. Was it last night? It was the night before. After doing the review video the day before, after getting it in the mail Tuesday, and I wanted time to make sure that I had the highest quality video that I could make, and I wanted to give YouTube time to process the highest quality video, because it's not just a case of uploading your 4K 60 FPS video to YouTube and then it's there. It's actually the case of you upload it, it processes the standard version using YouTube's own encoders, and then it continues to process to get the HD version, which takes longer, and then it continues to process to get the 4K version, which takes the longest. Now that it's done doing that, I can post it at any time, but I think I'm going to have it posted tomorrow because I get pretty good traction in the mornings around like the 5 a.m. area with large HeroQuest videos. But I'll have a little bit of a bonus video released today that I hope people will enjoy. I have an unboxing video for that I'm doing. And then, ooh, you know what? I need to make a second map real quick. And then, pop, 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 you'll see why. Then I'll do another video next week on my take, my actual, I do a little bit of it during the unboxing because I'm doing first impressions, right? You see me take the plastic off the box. I kept myself from seeing any spoilers before I did this. I saw the officially released stuff, like the images of the assassin and the Dread Magus and stuff, but I kept myself from all the spoilers from when that one guy got his stuff in super early and was sharing it everywhere and everybody was doing videos. Kurgan was like, what's Ash going to do? And I said, I'm not a vulture, so I'm not going to do anything. And I don't want to disrespect anybody else who's doing stuff, but I wanted to make sure that I got the game in my hands. I didn't want to use anybody else's footage or anybody else's photography, and I'm glad that I did not do that. I stayed true to myself. You think my takes are the best takes? Well, they're takes. I don't know that they're particularly good. I have a very stubborn, so stubborn way of thinking. And I can definitely see, I'm looking for objects right now, guys, that might prove to be, by default, the same kinds of objects that there are in HeroQuest. That's what we're doing. We're putting them all on a map, all their own. So there is a cupboard. I would like for it to be twice as large. Maybe actually we just look at the objects and not the... There we go. Here we go. Treasure chest. Yeah, really, I know myself. I'm not in denial. I'm a very stubborn person. I have stubborn views. I have a convention that I kind of live by and play by and work by. And so whenever I get something in my head about the way something should be, I just stick with it. It doesn't mean I'm not open to having my viewpoint changed. It just means I'm going to approach stuff generally the same predictable way. Yep, that's working out great so far. Bookshelf is going to be about that big. We don't really have suits of armor in the base game. Loved the statues of the elven warriors in Rise of the Dread Moon. They look so nice. We have doors open and shut. There's a throne. We have tables, but the tables are... Oh, here we go. Here we go. We can use the counter. We can use the counter. We have a left and right counter. Or rather, it's the same counter, but when we put them together, we make the double square table. Perfect. Very good. Next, what am I missing? What am I missing? We've actually got 2 bookshelves. So for posterity, I'm going to put those here. 3 chests, 1 weapons rack. I know I put 3, but I put 3 together to make the size of the weapons rack that's in HeroQuest. The fireplace, bookshelves, throne, table. We've got more than one table. I considered making this my SGB jam entry because I always make sure that I enter something for my jams. We'll see. We'll see if I end up doing that. The coffin. That's not a big coffin at all. It's not nearly the size of the one that's in the game. What am I missing? The sorcerer's table and the alchemist's bench. The sorcerer's table and the alchemist's bench. Here's an altar. That could work. That could work. And then the sorcerer's bench. We have this giant room. It's the whole room, though. I would love to just have this little bit of the model right here. So I'm going to see if I can get that stuff. You could always make it. Hold on, I've got UI in Streamlabs. You can always make a text adventure at the last second. I guess I could do that. I would have to make it in its entirety today. It would literally be at the last second. HeroQuest needs mimics. HeroQuest. I've thought about it. I have a couple of mimic minis that I think look appropriate for that 90s feel, but I don't know that I want to use them in my game after all. So here's all of the components. Let's go ahead and grab all the people. We can add DLC assets, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab monsters from Jacob's Monster Pack, and let's go ahead and add the fantasy music as well, because that's going to work out great, I think, for what I want to do. A healer only lives twice, and we'll grab the additional terrain pack. I don't know why I checked those boxes. There's no reason to do that. I got to do these one at a time. Add the music, please. Add the music. Not that I'm going to use hardly any of the music. If I do a jam version, we'll skip doing the other DLCs for now. Let's go to the maps, the objects. I really want this thing. So let's export it. Let's just export this thing. What's it called? Urn, chest, throne, sword rack, single bed, shelf. HeroQuest needs beds. That's what I think HeroQuest needs. It needs beds. It needs pots, barrels, crates, and beds. Dungeon dressing. And just so you kind of know what's up, what I'm doing. If my camera will focus, it will not. It will not focus. This is a wooden pickle barrel. It's a mini pickle barrel. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. There are 9 in a package for $1.99, I think it is. I bought a package, and I have a video that I'm going to share with you. I think today, just a really short video that explains how you can use them in your game. I really want this thing, this altar. It's in the outdoor. I'm in the wrong section. Altar, large. We're going to export it. And we're going to export it straight to the desktop. And we're going to call the folder altar. You might think, oh, I got to create the folder because SGB does not make it for me. You might think that I can't stand Blender. You would be right, my friends. I hate Blender. Cannot stand it in the least. But we got to use it to do what I want to do. So let's open up Blender real quick. I'm doing a video about the barrels, and I'm doing a video about urns. You heard it here first. Urns and barrels. Little, very lightweight wooden objects that are very sturdy. And I think you're going to really like them if you're into the board game. If you're into the video game, I hope you'll watch any video making RPGs. I hope you'll watch the videos anyway, because they're standard principles that you can just use in the video game that you're making. I tend to think in terms of what if I wanted to make this into a video game whenever I make board game stuff, and vice versa. So I do kind of try to think with both sides of that side of my brain. This was called Alter. So we found it. We're importing it. Where is it? There it is. Very small. Let's look at it with its skin on. There it is. There it is. Here's what I would like to do to this. If I can go to edit mode, I would like to just start destroying it. I don't actually have knowledge on how to do this. Can I just delete? Delete vertices? Oh yeah. Yeah, that works great. Delete the vertices. Delete the vertices. Delete this. I haven't opened Blender in a year, by the way. I barely have any idea what I'm doing. But it's working. It is working. Okay, you seem to have a lot of stuff still around you, which is really interesting. I wonder, edges? Can I delete faces? What do I have to delete? Only faces? No? Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Well, let's go ahead and lock ourselves to a face here and translate this guy. Is it X? Shift X? T X? No. G X. There we go. There we go. There we go. So I need to grab the whole thing. G Y? Why would it? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no, that's not how that works. Let's go back to object mode. There we go. There we go. By the way, now that I'm in object mode, now can I delete that stuff? Yeah, it'll just delete everything. Genius. Great. Thank you. Thank you for that. It still grabs something. I don't know what it is that it's grabbing. Armature? Frame? I don't know. It's part of its mesh. So I'm not gonna hurt it. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and GY, move it up, set it there. Oh, why didn't you grab everything? You silly, silly boy. Grab it all. All of it. There we go. GY right there. Love it. Love it. Guess what we're going to do now? We're going to export this bad boy. FBX. We're going to call it alter small. We're going to throw it right on the desktop. We're going to put it in its own new folder that's already there. We're just going to call it HQA. Go into that folder. Then we'll call this HQA.fbx. And we're going to export the FBX. Now I've got myself something that I hope I'll love using. Only faces. Only faces. Exactly. Desktop, alter. Hopefully we're getting correct scale and everything. The texture file designated with the FBX file cannot be found, so you did not save. Whoops, I forgot my export rules. I forgot my own export stuff that I know, that I already know by now how to do, and that is, we might have to watch one of my own videos to remember how to export this to where we get the right stuff. Scale's fine because I imported it at the correct scale. We need mesh. We need... Yeah, we're gonna have to watch. We're gonna have to watch my video. So we exported a cube using my method. Search across your channel, SGB Blender. There it is. Well, I'm glad you found it helpful. That is the whole point. It's helpful to me as well because I can't stand Blender.
Carol's been waiting on the
I don't offer support where Blender is concerned. I try to offer support in a way that goes around it entirely.
Hello everybody. Do you have Smile Game Builder? Do you have Blender? Do you want to create an object in Blender and then import it into Smile Game Builder, but don't know how? Well, stay tuned, because in the next 2 minutes and 10 seconds, we're going to do exactly that. So strap in. Open up Blender.
Yeah.
Find your file, edit it with your favorite paint program. UV editor, click UV, click export UV layout, and click export UV layout. In your shader window, click to the left of your print picture, click open image. Take the color output and Control T to faces in order to armature and mesh are selected. Go to geometry and uncheck apply modifier and mesh are selected. You're only go down to your preset BX. Give your file a name and go down to your presets. Make sure only empty, armature, and mesh are selected.
Okay, so empty, armature, and mesh. Empty, armature, and mesh. Empty, armature, and mesh. There we go. Then we go on down to geometry, and then what did you say, Ash?
Selected. Go to geometry and uncheck apply modifiers.
Uncheck apply
Go
modifiers.
to armatures and unchecked add leaf bones.
Okay, that means we don't want apply modifiers for armature. Uncheck add leaf bones.
Go to animation and uncheck force start end keying. You can save these presets as a new operator.
Okay. God, it was so dark. It was so dark back then. All right, export it. Did that work? Should have replaced what was there already, right? No, I gotta grab that file real quick. I gotta browse in this folder. We're just gonna we'll grab all 3 of these. We'll copy them. I don't know which one I'll need. I'm not too worried about saving space and junk because it doesn't matter. It's one model. We're not worried about optimization for the project. I'm pretty sure this is the first of your videos that I watched. Nice. Nice. That's always interesting to me to know how people find me. It's Matt. Good morning, Matt. Good tutorial video. We should subscribe to him. Nah, that guy's a loser. You don't want his stuff popping up in your feed. You'll get all kinds of unrelated junk. Healy HQ, good morning. Thank you for joining the stream. Past self teaching present self. There's always something to learn from past selves, eh? You got it. Hindsight's always 20/20. And sometimes when you look back on what you've accomplished, you forgot that you accomplished it. That's an important lesson, somehow, some way. Maybe. Add. It's been added. Does it work? Is it visible? Oh, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's put an elevation of 1 right there on it. And we are done. I love it so much. Let us go to the new folder that's been created and grab our altar, and there it is. There it is, guys. I made that. I made that. I am proud of myself. The flames did not translate. The flames are not animated. Oh. I guess I forgot about that. I guess I kind of forgot about that, huh? Didn't consider it. I'm not going to worry about it. We're in a time crunch. We don't have to care about all of the deets. We don't have to care about it. Since we're in a time crunch, we're going to go ahead and just not worry about the correct size for a lot of this stuff either. Part of me wants to take this fireplace and export it, though. Part of me does want to do that to the fireplace and to the weapons rack. I think I'll do it for the fireplace. I'm going to make the fireplace 3 times bigger. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to go back to our add assets. We're going to find the fireplace, which will be under maps and then objects. We're going to, I think it's indoor. Yeah, and here it is, the fireplace. Export that bad boy. Export it here. Select that folder. It's just fine. Yep, that'll work. Alter, indoor, whatever. We're going to go back into Blender. We're going to close this. Close this. Get rid of it. Goodbye. We're going to import an FBX file. This will be a lot faster. I know what I'm doing now. Oh, really? Doesn't look like it. Indoor fireplace. Import the FBX. There it is. We need to resize this file. Whoa. What do we have going on here? What is that? Why are you like that? We've got like invisible faces and junk. Wonder, You know, I don't know why it's like that. I don't think it matters. I think it's fine. Let's go on from here. We're gonna resize it. So resize, and then that's rotate. Scale is the term I'm looking for. So I'd love to see the grid. Where'd the grid go? All of it, you fool. All of it. Oh my God, no. All of it. Scale. What's your scale? What is your scale now? Just tell me what your scale is already. Workspace. No. It's not a matter of simply... There we go. So if I'm doing 3 times as big in every direction, we got to change that scale to 30. So 0.03. Easily done. 0.03. Hey, 0.03. It's already looking like... we don't have to go... Actually, we don't have to go in that direction. 0.01 is fine for that direction. Oh, God. Because... Oh, my God. Because the HeroQuest fireplace is a very narrow object. You know what? It looks a bit buggy while it's in the editor here, but I think it's going to be great. Let's export this bad boy. Okay, I should have replaced the old one. So then back into here we go. And then we're going to add. Was programming all night. Play feature is taking forever. Are you working on what I think you're working on? What's the project, Matt? I see no Bane of Undead. Bane of Undead. Bane of Undead. Nice. Nicely done. Touche. Bane of... Come on in. Come on in. Are you here? Did it work? Do you look good? Do you look nice? You look fantastic. You look amazing. You look incredible. That... I have 0 problems with that. I have 0 problems with that. That looks great. I love everything about it. The fire, again, is not animated. You know what? I have a Blender expert in my chat now. We're going to HeroQuest like game to play and make your own quests online. Excellent. Excellent, Matt. Check the culling. Too late, I'm out of Blender. I'm going to be going back in there soon, though. HeroQuest meets XCOM. Questbooklet.com is also made by me as a copy of the design section. Yes, in fact, I need to reach out to Matt after the stream at some point and ask about something that a lot of people might be interested in. We'll do... Matt, what on earth? Holy crap, dude. Thank you so much for the huge $50 donation. You're amazing. Thanks for all my help. I don't remember helping beyond just babbling, but thank you so much. It is so highly appreciated. Because of this, I will be able to afford another volume of something I haven't showcased the first of on the channel yet. I recently bought a book that it's not really a book per se. It's a ring binder. It's a pair of ring binders sold in a set. And when you open them up, they are 1x1 tiles set in different settings. There we go. English, like, have a command of the English language. I am the best at speak and talk. And it's different settings for TTRPGs and dungeon crawlers and the like. And I got it so that I could use it with HeroQuest stuff. Homebrew and checking out different things just to see what might help there. The next thing I'm going to do, I think, is take 3 of these bad boys and align them up to make one that will take up 3 spaces on the board. But I don't want to do that just yet. But I kind of want to take advantage of Melon while he's here today. Melon. Hi, Melon. How you doing? You doing good today? You look great. That beak is really shiny. I would like very much to retain the animation of the flames of the SGB models when I export them right back out of Blender. And I wonder if there's a simple way for me to do that. Let me get into Blender again. And here I am. I'm with my fireplace, which you said check the culling. And I can't remember for the life of me where the hell the culling is. It's right up here somewhere, isn't it? Clip. 3D view near clipping distance, perspective view only. Yeah. The clip is pretty small. There's no like backface culling or anything though. And I'm not too worried about it. I'm okay looking at it being jank. I really want that flame animation to be retained when I'm exporting this model. For some reason, it stays what it is here, which is this black square and the flame icon and no texture animation and no transparency. And I wonder if there's a way. I mean, I'm sure there is a way, but I'm wondering what is the way to get that into my exported. I wonder if I can. Let's stay in object mode, select this bad boy. Stop. And babbling is very helpful. Well, I hope so. I hope it does help you. I really do appreciate the donation. It's very kind, and I because it goes into YouTube, it gets factored right into my taxes and all that good stuff the appropriate, legitimate way, and so I make sure to take that resource and apply it back towards the channel. So you're really just helping me enrich the channel more, either in a board game fashion or a development tool for video game fashion. I'm very much new in a lot of ways at a lot of this stuff. So having better tools won't always make me better at what I do, but it does incentivize me to learn more. One of the things that I'd really like to get is an Elgato Wave like arm. I don't think they're called Wave arms. I think they're just Elgato arms, but I could be wrong. The thing is overpriced though. So me being a cheapskate, I need to find something that's a cheaper alternative, but it'll help me hold my microphone the same way that other YouTubers do, so it's kind of like out of the way and they can see the stuff on their desk. This one's being held up by this extremely just workhorse microphone stand. I'm going to go ahead and assume Melon's not able to help with this in particular right now. That's fine. I'm going to jump back into Smile, and I'm going to grab furniture and start placing it around such that I can get a copy of the trial. That's what we're going to build today. So we're back to my HeroQuest board. We're going to paste these things where they would be, and this would be here. We're going to go ahead and build the center room. Let's delete the house map. I don't need that. If I did, I can just pull it from the template and make another one. Nameless, let's grab this throne. The throne is right here. Paste it, and we're going to rotate it. Rotate, rotate. We need a table, and we need the table to be square. And I just realized I don't have a square table. I have a round table. So, I'm stupid. I just realized I'm dumb. I made my own table out of the counters. So we're actually going to use the counter. It's fine. It needs to take up a total of 6 spaces, though. Not the 2 that I have here. The tables are actually really massive in HeroQuest for some reason. How faithful are you intending to be with the combat system? I'm going to convert it over to, instead of being a real-time dungeon crawler where you, a real-time board game dungeon crawler where you roll, move up next to the monster and roll, I'm going to put the models of the monsters in the rooms. When you go into the room, I'm going to have an event that calls a fight. It calls a battle, and I'm just going to have you battle those monsters. And my reasoning behind that is I'll get a game out faster without having to event a real-time combat system right away. But if people stay interested in this project, I can continue on and build that real-time combat. It doesn't have to be very fancy at all for HeroQuest. It's just you walk up to somebody and you roll dice. So it's absolutely doable. But I need to, let's put not a suit of armor. We're gonna move this stuff. And act like we know what we're doing here. Have some sense. There we go. The corner piece. That's what I needed the whole time, the corner piece. So, whoop, stop it. Corner table, rotate. It actually looks fine. It works out. Oh man, that looks great. All right, so I don't need the multiples like I was doing. I guess it was just to remind myself of how many I had, but if I'm coming back here every time, I'm not really going to put a marker down that tells me how many I've used. So we're going to grab this and just move it right up here next to that's fine right there. Take this, move it over, take this coffin, move it over. We'll resize the coffin actually. Good morning, Elviler. I'm doing wonderful. It's very warm in my studio. I'm breaking a sweat. I got my fan on, but I've got the noise of the fan canceled out by my wonderful microphone. Thank you to Beacon for just existing. You guys are so good and wonderful. I hate when you update the firmware, but other than that, you're great and fine. I hope that you're doing well today. Are you at work, and are you having a productive day at work? Let's paste this table right into this room, and it's going to be right here, right about there. By the way, we're doing the US version of the trial. I have the UK version, or the EU rather, version of the trial, because I do have that book, but I'm just going to do the US one because right now I'm familiar with it. If I convert all of this to a real-time battle situation, I might switch to the EU just for novelty, because it would be more fun to walk up to a monster, and if you hit them, they just die because they only have one body point. I thought of that. I think it'd be neat to fight like super auto pets, so there's some strategy to location. Might not be the best for this game. Super auto pets. I actually have played that. Really fun to sit through a session and just mindlessly fight. Like, it's not totally mindless. You do have to make some decisions if you're trying to really meta. But it's still so much RNG. You can really just sit and fight away. Plus, you lose your door blocking that way. Yeah. Because of the way this has to be, I'm basically, you know what I need to do? I need to make another map that actually gets rid of this stuff, and it's the template map. So here's the template map, and now that's done. That was a smart thing to do, Ash. You should pat yourself on the back. Template. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and rename this map as well. We're gonna call it 01, the trial. Now I'm getting excited. He has an in-person fan, and we fans can visit him. Well, it's good to have you here, and good morning, Evolution. I hope you're having a good day as well. I'm at work, and as for being productive, well, I'm on YouTube for now. So you can be productive and be on YouTube. You've got to convince your boss of that case. And if you show your boss your video, this video right now, or whenever you'd like to get back to this point in the video and rewind and replay it, I'll tell them, Elviler's boss, you can be productive while watching YouTube at the same time. No other video platform, not Netflix, not Hulu. It has to be YouTube in specific. But Elviler is feeding a portion of their brain that needs to have this specific property and things around it, surrounding it, so that they feel the reward that they need to continue maintaining their high level of productivity at work. There. End message. Cut it right there. Stop playback. I hope he buys that BS. It's total BS. Hope he buys it. Let's go on to... That's everything in the trial room. Oh. Nameless. Back here, I want to go to the... Let's say events, but like... I don't want them to be events. But they don't put the... whatever. Let's just convert it to an event. They don't allow you to just grab objects that are people and place them down. You have to have events that do it. So we have to go to the character page, and we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to grab all of the monsters or approximations of the monsters that I'm going to use. And there's quite a few. We have this guy. He looks pretty ridiculous, but he's going to serve as our gargoyle. Okay. And we're going to copy and paste and change that graphic. We've got a couple of different skeletons. I'll probably just go ahead and go with this skeleton. Unless I can't remember what the other skeletons look like. Okay, I was thinking about this guy, and I really don't like this guy. He's weird. He's kind of cute, but we're gonna go with these skeletons. It's not like they look any better, I know, but I think they actually look a lot better. They have a lovely charm to them. So there's our skeleton, and now let's go in and grab something to represent the orc. And this monster pack actually comes with goblins and orcs, so we're just gonna grab our bog standard. Where are you? Ooh. We've got Chaos Warrior. Chaos/Dread Warrior. He's a done deal. We now have him. He looks pretty threatening next to the skeleton as well, so. There's 3 monsters. Let's let's get our 4th monster. Really need some greenskins here. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the goblin or Famir or Abomination. What do you guys think? You vote. Whatever you go with, I'll try to well, I take that back. I actually know exactly which monster I'm going to use to approximate the Famir. Let me get these goblins on here first. And we'll do green. What do you guys think about this guy? Isn't he adorable? Isn't he great? Just for a low poly game of HeroQuest, heroic questing, isn't this guy lovely? I think he's great. I'm going to move on to the next tile. Famir, of course. Okay, well, the monster that I'm thinking of that comes with this pack, probably, it's like a weird blend of the two. Pancakes probably knows exactly which monster I'm talking about, because he's an experienced SGB user as well. But I gotta find him, is the trick. I gotta find him. Oh, this comes with gargoyles, but they're like flying, and they're a lot smaller. We won't use them. We won't use them. We have imps, we have jack-o'-lanterns, we have giant spiders, giant rats. We have literal dragons that they're calling lizards. We've got slimes. That's from Drasray's pack. We have the Lizard Man. I might have to use the Lizard Man for, I guess I'll use him for Famir, because I don't really have anything for the orcs. Oh, and I have merfolk as well. So actually, I could use merfolk. Oh, here's the orcs. Here's the orcs. There's Orc Agent, Orc Warrior Elite, Orc Warrior EXB. I think that these guys in a brown sort of armor will do just fine. So there's our orc, our goblin, our orc. Now we can do the lizard man, and that will be our sort of cross between the two. Super chat failed. I was sent $20.99. What do you mean I was sent $20.99? Did you do it through super chat? Or did you send it to my PayPal? In any case, I trust you. Evolution. Thank you so much for your super kind donation. I really appreciate it. Oh man. So you used the super chat, but it broke and it didn't do anything. Well, I'm gonna need to figure that out, guys. Give me just 1 second. 1 second. Just 1 second. Maybe it's lagged. Because if the super chat's not working, that's a problem that I need to figure out. It has not shown up. So it could be that it's delayed. You might see that it gets kicked back to you. There it is. Wait. Oh my god. Oh no. Matt. What on earth, man? Let me just say, Matt McNett has extremely kindly thrown another $20 super chat up. I didn't watch the screen. Are we watching for the super chat animation here? Is it working? Is it Does the animation come up? And while we're on this subject, let me just go ahead and grab the alert box graphic and make it huge. Matt said Super Chat works for me. Super Chat. Matt! No! Stop! Matt McNett, thank you so much for the $20 for Evolution. And then Matt McNett, thank you so much for Super Chat. Working, testing it with another $20 donation. You're incredible. Why not only spend just a couple of dollars, become a member, and have a lovely shield next to your name? Then you get access to the members only content. You're done? Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know how to process that stuff, man. I don't know how to take that stuff, man. That's amazing. Thank you. Wiped out. Thank you, Evolution Artist. When your dono does come through, because it will, I'm sure it will. If it doesn't, then you know, you got your money back. You should keep that. Spend it on some coffee or something. You should. 8 pancakes for lunch. Thank you so much for the 20 Canadian dollars. He says, I'm not done. There it is. There's Matt's second. All right. Super Chat's slow. Super Chat's very slow. Don't worry about it. If it doesn't come through right away, just give it a little, just give it a hot second. My goodness, guys. You guys are wonderful. I say often, though, when you guys coming in here, I should be super chatting to you, not vice versa. I should be giving you guys my support. Well, I'm going to continue to do that the best I know how, which is to make whatever content I can about your lovely work and make sure that as many people know about it as possible. Because we're really at the end of the day, we're very, very close to being on the same wavelength. So I don't think my attempts are in vain. I think that the people that like watching this content are the same kinds of people who like knowing about the kinds of content that you make as well. Linus from LTT, Linus Tech Tips talks about it. Yeah, that's why he tells people not to donate to him in that way. Well, Matt just donated on behalf of himself and Evolution. Evolution's been charged. You're just gonna have to wait for that. Wait for your refund, my friend. Wait for your refund. 8 pancakes. You are amazing. You could have used that to buy pancakes. And yet, here we are. I can't use it to buy pancakes because I'm on a low carb diet, and that's all pancakes are. So unfortunately, I can't. I guess I could buy some Carb Quick. That's a special kind of flour that's very low carb, low glycemic index stuff. I could make pancakes with it. I have before. Yes, you're right. Refund me. I could probably go see what's up with your Patreon, actually. I punch Super Chat and just give it via PayPal. Please, please, no more. I can't handle it. I don't know. I don't know how to respond to all of the support. I just need shares. I just need likes and shares. I just need thumbs ups. Please like the stream. If you haven't liked the stream, your priorities are way out of order. We need some zombies, guys. We gotta make this game. Not the start point. Oh, crap. Crap. Make the start point there. Thank you. I'm nowhere near done with making the trial itself. We're going to go ahead and grab this table. We got to copy it. We got to paste it so that there's also a copy of it in this room, because this room also has a table. It has a table right here. It has 2 goblins as well, and a door. What am I going to do about the door? I'm probably just going to go ahead and click and drag down the doorway spot. Because the door, at the end of the day, it's going to take up the the entire tile, really. Well, no, it won't. You'll be able to actually... would it be under traps? It would be under traps, yeah. I want a wooden door. I want a wooden door that opens when you walk up to it, so we'll do that. I don't need it to... There we go. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Lovely and wonderful. Love it. Oof. Guys are great. Thank you all again so much. Thank you to Matt. Thank you to Pancakes. And thank you to Evolution. Again. Coffee Cakes, as a non-stripper, he gets that money via for their hair. I am going to do something with this hair, by the way. I would like to have an ombre or a fade into a blue. Every YouTuber's got their hair phase, and I'd like to get into my hair phase now, where I do something colorful with it. So we'll go into a dark blue on just the back. I've been thinking about getting it cut a certain way as well. That's really neither here nor there. You brought up hair, so there we go. We're going to copy this goblin, and now I'm going to go ahead and paste the goblin everywhere there's supposed to be a goblin for the US version of the trial. So paste, 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 one here. One here next to the torture rack, which I actually don't have a torture rack graphic prepared. One here, paste, and, well, safety meeting, really a company cookout, so it'll be vanishing shortly. Also, update character models you might enjoy whenever updated character models you might enjoy. Did you update character models for Everlasting Quest Legacy? I'm going to have to look into that. Thank you for dropping in, sir. Hope you have a great cookout. Don't eat anything. I can't say that, actually. You're free to eat a lot more than I would eat. Back to my template. We're going to grab this orc now. I think I've copied and pasted every single goblin. We've got orcs galore to put down, so we're going to do that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't do that, you foolish quest book. We have to put an orc here. We have to put an orc there. We have to put an orc right below the goblin. We've got to put an orc here. We've got another couple of orcs, one by the fireplace, one at the end of the table. And that covers all of our US game system orcs. Back to Nameless, where we will grab our skeleton. We're going to copy the skeleton. We're kind of going fast forward into the monsters right now because it's close to time for me. And after it's time, I won't be able to stream again until probably not going to stream Monday, unless I do Baldur's Gate, because I need to continue my playthrough of Baldur's Gate at least a little bit before the release version comes out and completely decimates my progress. I'm pretty sure I would like to do that anyway. I would like to play more Baldur's Gate. So go ahead and set down this bookshelf. Looking good. I'm remembering a couple of other things that I need to have. Rotate this map. Bookshelf here. Whoops, it's facing back. Of course it is. Select them and rotate them. They'll all rotate individually, but that works out just fine. That's awesome. Just got the fail order. The payment fail, that's fine. That is fine. Everlasting Quest playable models updated. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure. I hope I can see some imagery in your server, Evo. I'm gonna have to check it out when I can. Hopefully get to it today and comment on them. We have to get a couple of monsters in here real quick. We did not get the... Whoops. Let's call this the Asset Lounge. The Asset Lounge it is. We got to grab a monster that represents the Famir. So let's change this graphic. And then I'll let you guys can tell me, do you think the Famir would be better represented by the merfolk, which the Abomination is very much a merfolk in the new, or do you think that I should use the Lizard Man? Neither one of them are like a Cyclops, I'm aware. Neither one of them are exactly like a Famir. There's no Ankylosaurus tail. There's no mono eye. But the Famir are called mono lizards, and the Famir that don't come with HeroQuest do have a bit of this sort of appearance. So I'm kind of wondering if that makes it extra appropriate. I kind of think that it does. Unblocking server, posted my server, waiting till I finish all the models. Lizard Man looks good to me. TSL Frontman, like the spiky merfolk. Good morning, TSL Frontman. Thank you for the votes, guys. Lizard says Evo. 2 votes for Lizard. I'll tell you what. I will consider the merfolk. I will actually put them here as an alternative, because I might want to make a quest that is an homage to the new version of HeroQuest. So we can grab our... I'm going to do green. I am going to do green. Merfolk, and put him there. He is smaller, though. So it might make sense if I exported him, blew him up a little bit. Because we know, those of us who have the board game know, it goes Goblin, Orc, Famir. Or Goblin, Orc, Abomination. The Abominations are about like a 1/7 scale model. They're about 20 centimeters tall, and their arms splay out larger than mine, and they knock over all of the pieces of furniture and other miniatures and doors that they are set up next to. So that's a thing. Who am I missing? I'm missing a couple of undead folks. Let's get this a little bit more arranged. So we have our green folk in the front of the map here. Then we've got our undead skeleton first. Then we'll go into the grays after the zombie and mummy. So the grays will be Gargoyle and Chaos Warrior or Dread Warrior if you're playing the new version. I need a mummy and I need a zombie. So let's grab the mummy and zombie. I know exactly where I'm going to get those. And we have to look to the A models to get zombie and mummy. So we're going to go into... I could get an old school Kyonchi. I love that idea so much that I'm going to take him and place him out here like an alternative. I love Kyonchi. I love Xianqi. They are one of my favorite creatures ever in any property. Ooh, we get Minotaurs as well, by the way. So even though I'm well aware a Minotaur didn't make it into the US version of HeroQuest, I'm going to grab this Minotaur model, and we might use him for a homebrew quest in a later edition of the game. So we've got a Minotaur. We'll just place him here. Next, come back. We're going to go back in here. Let's grab this mummy. This mummy and or zombie. A more appropriate zombie. A Western zombie for this Western fantasy. We have harpies. Man, I kind of wish HeroQuest had harpies now. We can do the ghoul as a stand-in for the zombie. One of the huge advantages of using SGB is all the great assets, for sure. I know. I love them. I love the assets. Kind of okay with that idea, but I know that there is a zombie a legitimate zombie. We've got a vampire. I'm gonna have to take the vampire. I'm gonna have to take the vampire. I think that's my only zombie, though. No, that's not my only zombie. Oh, yeah, I've got these fellows. These these horrifying dead creatures. Am I sure I don't have anything else? Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. So I'll grab her. She'll be zombie. Obviously a little bit bigger than the skeleton. That's kind of funny. And we need one more for mummy. HeroQuest has harpies. HeroQuest has vampires too, both of which are playable hero characters. There's zombies in one of the DLC packs. Let's look at that real quick. But I think I imported that pack. Maybe not. No, I didn't, did I? Because those zombies are the B models, and although I can admit these models do have some design disagreements between one another, they're still more on the cute chibi side. Here's the zombie I was looking for. Now I need a mummy. So I have 2 zombie variants. That's nice. 3 actually, but I do need a mummy still. But that is time for me. I'm going to leave it here. We are designing the trial. It's working out. It's okay. Perhaps we can export at least this much for the public viewing on the itch.io page. Perhaps I can just submit it. Don't think I will, though. Not as a jam entry. I've got to get back to the good old world of adulting and responsibilities. Actually owed my wife a little bit of extra time because I was late getting out of a stream yesterday, so I'm going to be in trouble. Thank you guys very much for attending. I appreciate you all very much. The donations were extremely kind. Thank you so much for your consideration. If you'd like to help the channel, just share it. Share it in places you think other people might like it. Share a video that you like, that you found helpful, maybe to somebody who might need the same kind of help. And that reach would help me out a lot. So besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed, learned something, or got inspired. I know I did. And I will see you next week, or a little bit later, and then, tomorrow and all of that good stuff, because the videos never stop. Just my live presence does. Bye for now. And also, hello to Healy HQ. I don't think I greeted you properly. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining the stream. Sorry about that. I was reading everything you said, but I forgot to say hello and welcome. All right. Bye for now. Transition.